Alrighty, welcome to Information Warfare 101. We're gonna gibbon proof the fuck out of this. So, I'm going to break it down into a few little sections. We're gonna have airspace control, shared control, buffs, what the fuck all this shit does. Alright, so, to break it simply, airspace control is what you get from doing all this up. What that does is, depending on your control, say for example, me and Booze, he has about 170 or whatever. I've got 560. The bigger of a gap between you and the plane you're fighting against will depend on how big of a damage buff / nerf you get. So, because I'm higher, I will have A, more damage, but B, take less damage. Depending on that gap will depend on how much that gives. If it's about equal, it doesn't change much. So it's very good for people who also have lower tech. Like myself, mine's only about halfway done. But that allows you to bridge the gap with some of the whales in the game. Shared airspace control. You set this to a hangar, that plane will then give that out. So, if you have a total airspace control that is lower than this number for me, so 392, yours will fuck off, and you will take my shared airspace control instead. So rather than having, say, 170, you will have 392, as long as you're within range of that plane. So, for example, if you see mine out in the field, you know you have yours lower, stay within range. You will get that buff instead. So, these are not just for your planes, these are camp-wide buffs. But, let's say, for example, we go into Liberty Offense. You have a couple of parts here. You have the level. You have the advanced metrics. Yep. So, core metric, this just shows a couple of bits. That number there is from your level. So, on every level of this, you get 10 airspace control. From the advanced metrics, you get plus 50, because mine is only like a level 1. So these are just count-wide buffs, nothing else to it. It's pretty self-explanatory. Anything, say you're running an artillery, you get plus 1.25% firepower. Then, we come over to the advanced metrics. This is your data mining. So, as you can see here, we have 3 sets of level 1, which correlates to a level 1 bonus. Each level on this gives you 50 airspace control. Now, the way it works is it goes off like a count-wide stat. It's kind of the easiest way to put it. So, I could have, for example, if I were to re-roll this again, I could have 2 level 2s and a level 1. But because it's not all the same, like it is here, I will only get a tier bonus. So, you can only get a level tier bonus for your airspace control if all of them are of the same level. So, for example, I could, well, again, yeah, so say that was level 2, and level 3, I would only be getting level 2 thing because that is the last uniform level that I had obtained. Whereas, say here, it's all level 1, I can get a level 1 buff. So, that is kind of the basics of it. So, now, if you would like to min-max it to get to where I'm at, I haven't spent a penny on this event, on this Warfare Hub. I've done it all free to play. So if I can do it, you can do it. So, there's a couple of things you want to do. With your free compute every day, use that on a single one of these. Because, due to it being released for us on a much later server, we get a massive buff off of it. So what that would do is that do you a whole level plus 60%. So you get 10 airspace control. Over all 6 of them, you now have 60 airspace control over the span of 6 days. It's easy stuff. Same thing with this one. Do that every week, so you will get like 6 off of VIP. If you're around level 17, maybe 18. So you get 6 days a week. Just do each one up by 1 level. From there, kind of do that specific one. So that's your advanced. So that number there's your advanced. Do it at your own leisure to whichever one you'd prefer. This just allows you to quickly boost it up. Now, one other thing to mention. So you have the amplifier module. What this does is depending on the level of it. So you get the small ones from things like paratroopers, spy catcher, those kinds of events. That then allows you, when it's used and equipped, to get these boosts. So it gives you more shit when you're doing your spins, which is always fantastic. To be fair, that is roughly about it. But yeah, do those couple of things, you'll get much higher control. Hopefully that makes sense.